In this installment, we're going to be going over the MLB bet slate for Saturday, August 16th. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our MLB bet slate we got going on for Saturday, August 16th. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetChefD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91, and don't forget about that Patreon. Right now, we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 10.2 thousand subscribers. This is the road to 20K, and we're well on our way because you guys are showing up each and every single day. If you're already subscribed, continue to like and comment. That helps our YouTube algorithm so we can grow to a much broader audience. All right, now for yesterday's video, it is looking like another day of 2 and 3. So right at that right below that 500 mark. All right, we're trying to get over it. It just seems to be inevitable, but we are going to switch that around for this video here. I'm telling you, I'm trying to find these gems, man. I'm trying to find these gems, and I think I got it today. We're going to keep the positivity here. That's what we do over here at Chef D, and in this Patreon as well. We have a nice parlay here by Latif that's looking like it's about to cash. Yep, Tigers up by 7. Hopefully they should hold that on. Brewers came on late and took the lead. He got Phillies and Red Sox 50 for 370. That's the type of stuff that you see here in the community that we go over, that we post as well. We're posting plays. We're going over everything. We saw how that Reds got up to that big league, and that was a huge comeback. We got people posting home run parlays as well. So phenomenal environment that you got going on. People winning in soccer, as you can see, Leo with his nice parlay right here. But definitely get connected. Click on that link provided down below. You're going to get full access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. Also, the futures are out right now. I just dropped 2 more futures yesterday, so I'm going to continue to add to that throughout the month of August as well. First game up here in Wrigley Field, we have the Chicago Cubs going against the Pittsburgh Pirates. 52-71 Pirates, 68-53 Cubs. Pitching matchup in this one here, Mike Burrows 1-4 with a 4.66 ERA, going up against Shota Imanaga 8-5 with a 3.19 ERA. Looking at the current odds for this one here, we have the Cubs as home favorites -220 with a comeback of the Pirates at a +180. No information as of right now on that total runs. Okay, for the public bet percentage, the only thing we got is the money line here. 90% of the bets, 89% of the money on that. The Cubs here -220, looking to bounce back after that loss in the first game of the series against the Pirates, and they definitely do have the advantage here. We're going to start off with Imanaga because this one is going to be fairly quick here. This is the ace, all right, of the Cubs here. 3.32 ERA, 200 batting average. Outstanding numbers here across the board. If we're looking at his advanced numbers, we are seeing a little bit of an issue versus right-handed power, 2.32. So definitely a cause of concern. 9.8 walk rate versus lefties as well, but we got a low whip and low average everywhere else. Okay, other than that, I'm not too concerned with Imanaga going up against this Pirates offense here, who ranks last in a lot. Okay, 30th in runs, 26th in batting average, 30th in home runs. This is definitely a spot where Imanaga should dominate. Okay, Mike Burrows has been struggling mightily at 4.63 ERA on the road. 25 strikeouts, 23 and 1/3 innings. That's a positive. Looking at his K rate, especially the righties at 32%, but his walk rate is egregious. Almost 13% against lefties, 8% against righties, 250 against batting average here versus lefties, and a 1.58 whip as well. So lefty bats in this offense of the Chicago Cubs are going to be in a really good spot. If we're looking at those bats for the Cubs that are going to be in prime positions, it should be Pete Crow. Pete Crow has been struggling. I think this month they said that he's hitting below 100, but they got plenty of the lefties here. Michael Busch is hitting first now with a ton of power. Kyle Tucker, Ian Happ, switch hitter, and Reese McGuire in the back of the lineup. But also, you still got to be afraid about Pete Crow Armstrong, all right? So this one here is going to be clear Cubs money line and Cubs -1.5 play. In Rogers Center here, we have the Toronto Blue Jays 71 and 51 going up against the Texas Rangers here 61 and 61. Pitching matchup: Patrick Corbin 6 and 8 going up against Eric Lauer 7 and 2. Looking at the odds for this one, Blue Jays -145 with the comeback of the Rangers at a +120. Total runs at 8.5. Public bet percentage here, 69% of the bets, 68% of the money all over the Blue Jays. And for the total runs, we have 51% of the bets and 64% of the money coming in on the under 8.5. So public and sharps are going to be on this underside of this game, expecting a pitching duel. All right, now Eric Lauer has been pretty solid this year, and they stretched him out. Usually at the beginning of the season, he was coming in doing a couple innings, and now he's gone the games that he's gone 8 innings. Majority of the time he's going 6 innings, but solid here. 2.57 ERA at home, 1.55 average, 32 strikeouts in 28 innings. If we're looking at the advanced numbers and his home numbers here, very low home run per 9, phenomenal strikeout rate to righties at 37%, low average, low whip across the board, very strong numbers here, right? Patrick Corbin, he's kind of like found himself ever coming up since playing with the Texas Rangers here. He has a 4.33 ERA on the road, only 45 strikeouts in 60 innings, 260 batting average. So what his Achilles heel has been power. All right, so he's given up to lefties a 2.20 home run per 9, and then a home run per 9 versus righties at a 1.23. The walk rate is fairly minimal at 7, and then he's given up a 299 batting average to lefties and a 1.59 whip. Now he is a lefty, so those lefty versus lefty situations are usually fewer, but he does have strong numbers versus righties. 244 batting average, 1.25 whip. Nothing really of a major cause of concern. If we're looking at this Toronto lineup here, let's see, where's Toronto? Toronto and Texas. He's going to be a lefty. Looking at that lineup. So these are the guys he's going to have to face. Mainly, he's going to face some lefties here, but they have low ISO numbers here and high strikeout rates like Barger and Varsho. These guys strike out. Kirk has no power at all. Luperfido as well. So this could be an advantageous spot here for Patrick Corbin, and I do see the reason why the under is a strong play in this one here. So give me the value here on the Rangers with the +1.5. Secondary play will be Rangers money line. Rangers +1.5, Rangers money line as the first and second plays. In Nationals Park here, we have the Washington Nationals 49 and 73 going up against the Philadelphia Phillies 70 and 52. Pitching matchup in this one, Tawan Walker 4 and 5 with a 3.39 ERA. Going up against Cade Cavalli here 0-0 with a 3.86 ERA. He just got recently called up, and this is going to be his third start. All right, so anything we're looking at with him is going to be a small sample size, and definitely take it with a grain of salt. Okay, we're not sure what the norm is with this kid. All right, all I can show you is what the expected numbers say. All right, now looking at the odds here, Phillies -150 with the comeback of the Nats at a +125, and then this total is set at 9.5. All right. Looking at the public bet percentage, 85% of the bets, 95% of the money on the side of Phillies. For the total runs, 51% of the bets, 57% of the money towards the under 9.5 in the total. If we're looking at the pitching matchup here, so far this series is tied 1-1. Nationals took the first one, Phillies bounced back in the second one. That's a positive to see right there. Looking at Cade Cavalli, like I said, expected numbers is all we have right here. So I'm gonna just go to what his advanced numbers is, not looking at home road splits. All right, so all in all, he's given up so far 2.45 home run per 9, 26% strikeout rate versus lefties. That's strong. 16% strikeout rate only to righties, and a 16% walk rate. That's not good. 368 batting average to righties as well. But he had one good game, and then one game with no earned runs, and then the second game he gave up like three earned runs, excuse me, and that's why it kind of like ballooned up a little bit because it's a small sample size. All right, so 6.67 xFIP, all in all. Right, so he might give up some runs. There is potential. The key reason why this play is really Tawan Walker. Looking at his numbers here, so far it says on the road here 2.61 ERA on the road, 41 and 1/3 innings, only 29 strikeouts and a 250 batting average. But his numbers against lefties is the reason why I like runs in this game. All right, look at his away numbers versus lefties: a 2.55 home run per 9, only a 13% strikeout rate, that's low, 12% walk rate, that's bad, and then a 282 batting average, a 1.7 whip, and a 5.87 xFIP. So he's giving up power, hits, and walks to lefties. And what is this lineup with the Nationals? I told you they're going to start a bunch of lefties in that last video, and that's what they're going to do. James Wood, CJ Abrams, Josh Bell, Luis Garcia, Dalen Lau, who hit a home run today, and Robert Hassel. All right, so they're going to bring a ton of lefties here to really give some trouble here to Tawan Walker. And I'm liking the play in this game of over 9.5, and that plus 1.5 of the Nationals. I just have to decide which one I want as a main play and which one I want as a secondary play. Now, to be a little creative, give me the Nationals. I gotta take. Give me the over 9.5. Over 9.5 in the total. That's the first play. Main play over 9.5. Secondary play will be Nationals plus 1.5. All right, but definitely I like both sides here. I like lefties versus Tawan Walker. That's the angle. In progressive field here, we have the Cleveland Guardians 63-60 going up against the Atlanta Braves 54-68. Pitching matchup in this one: Joey Wentz 3-3 with a 5.03 ERA. Going up against Slade Sassoni 5-5 with a 4.11 ERA. Looking at the current odds for this one's pretty tightly contested. Guardians slight home favorites, -115 with the comeback of the Braves at a -105. Total runs at the 8.5. All right, no public bet percentage as of right now, and the Braves are on fire, winning three in a row and winning 4 out of their last 5. That's a strong showing there. Braves might be turning it around to finish the season a little bit too little, a little bit too late with all the injuries with their starting pitchers. All right, now Joey Wentz for the Braves is on the road here, and he's pitched much better on the road outside of Atlanta. 3.66 ERA, 34 strikeouts in 32 innings, 216 batting average. Strong numbers across the board there. His advanced numbers: super low home run per 9, solid strikeout rate, 27% and 23% to lefties and righties. Walk rate is a concern. All right, 16% versus lefties, 13% versus righties. That is not good. All right, but everything else, he's keeping it super low. 214 batting average, 216 batting average, and the whip at 1.5 and 1.3. But that's the reason why the whip is high, is because of that walk rate. All right, but other than that, he's getting outs with the strikeout numbers and limiting power. He is giving up walks. Okay, so we do got to watch out for that. But other than that, I like what I see out of Joey Wentz on the road. Slade Sassoni, on the other hand, has been up and down from at home and on the road, and he struggled more at home. 4.79 ERA, 28 strikeouts, and 41 and 1/3 innings. So that's not good at all. Very low strikeout rate here. He's giving up a ton of power. A home run per 9 to both lefties and righties. The walk rate is okay at 7. 261 versus lefties and 258 batting average as well. 1.3 whip and a 1.25 whip versus righties and lefties. All right. Powerball is definitely a positive spot for the Atlanta Braves here, and I think they have an opportunity to get to Slade Sassoni in this one. Tightly contested game, pretty much down the middle. It's a pick 'em. I think that the Braves continue this winning streak. I'll take them -105. Secondary play will be Braves team total over, with the issue with Slade Sassoni giving up so much power. Last but not least, here in Dodger Stadium, we have the LA Dodgers 68-53 going against the San Diego Padres 69-52. Looking at this pitching matchup here: Dylan Cease 5-10 with a 4.52 ERA, 1.28 WHIP, going against Blake Snell 2-1 with a 2.37 WHIP, 2.37 ERA and a 1.53 WHIP. Blake Snell recently coming back and absolutely pitching phenomenally since he's been back, and that's definitely what they need for the Dodgers with all these injuries, unreliable arms as well. They've been decimated with their bullpen getting taxed over and over. They really need a guy that can come through and give them some solid innings, 5, 6 to 7. Obviously, when we get closer to the playoffs, he's most likely going to be stretched out a little bit more, but definitely some solid outings here against Toronto. 5 innings, 10 Ks. Against Tampa Bay, you got 8 Ks in 5 innings. And then the first 2 starts were solid as well against Detroit and against Atlanta. All right, now Dylan Cease has major issues on the road, and he can't have these issues when you're going up against the Dodgers lineup that is stacked. Looking at his away numbers, 5.52 ERA, 79 strikeouts in 62 innings. That's the only positive here with that 259 batting average. But if we're looking at the advanced numbers here, he's giving up power to lefties at 1.42. You can bank on the strikeouts, but he's giving up power, he's giving up walks, and he's giving up hits to righties at 296. So definitely this is a spot that I like the Dodgers in this particular game with Blake Snell on the mound, and I would take the Dodgers on the money line as our main play. Secondary play would be the team total over for the Dodgers as well. I think they take full advantage of Dylan Cease in this game, and I think we're going to be relying on Blake Snell to put up a solid performance here for the Dodgers. All right, so that's going to be our breakdown for the slate we got going on Saturday. Let me know in that comment section down below if you agree or disagree. We can definitely debate about that down below. Also, get locked in on the Patreon right here. Like I showed you prior, we got guys hitting on parlays just right now. If I scroll down right now, get down here, we cashed on the Atlanta Falcons plus 3.5, that cash. And then Early Bird just hit on this really nice parlay right here, plus 429 on this one, 1429, nice little 5-legger. So that was a nice cash there. So we're going off here on the chat, definitely having a good day, as you can see in the Patreon. So if you want to get locked and loaded, click on that link provided down below. You're going to get full access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. It's your boy Chef D. I'll be back very soon, and peace out.